recording. That is also recording. What's up, guys and gals and people? What's up, everybody? I'm fucking up already. Oh, God. Here we go. It's the start of the podcast, right? Yeah, I got this mic. The mic is actually working this time. I did audio recording just on the computer. I don't want to have these in. Audio's good. Levels are good. Okay. Yeah, last time I thought I was recording with the mic, but it was just, it was recording through the computer. It wasn't actually recording through the mic. So now we are actually recording with the new microphone. And honestly, I can hear it through this. It sounds way better. I'm pretty stoked. It's going to sound super good. It's going to sound super good. I'm hoping. Let me check the volumes and stuff. Should I be closer to it? I think that's good, right? Recording volume. Yeah, this is good. This will be fine. I got my coffee, Things on Strings mug. Are they on the shop? I don't know if they're on the shop. I'll put them on the shop. And my CBD water. We're not sponsored by Day Trip, but I would happily take a sponsor from a CBD company. I scored these at, there's like a thrift store, not a thrift store. There's like a food outlet store down the street. There's like grocery outlet, but then there's like another outlet store, which is like the outlet of the outlet stuff. And they had 12 packs of these for $4. So I got like 60 of them. I bought, the 5 12 packs. Yeah, 60. Yeah. What else, man? It's been a crazy week. I have a bunch of stuff written down. 2021. It's 2021, y'all. It's the new year. What am I thinking? It's the new studio. I just rebuilt my whole back room. I had a room that was just full of like nonsense and garbage and just random stuff from living here for the last year. And I ripped the carpet out and I cleaned up and I took the carpet out, cleaned up the floor, laid new laminate down. There's a nice like underlayment under it, so it's helping. It's like insulated better, and I painted. And this is the new studio room. This is the new sound and studio room for video production. I've got a bunch of stuff in mind. There's plenty of space in here. I got a new light. I got a new mic. I have like 80 open gigs of memory on my phone right now, so we could record for 8 hours if we wanted. Who knows? I'm a little bit jacked up on caffeine, obviously. I've been deprived from social interaction since Christmas. I went down for 2 days. I went down, saw my grandma on Christmas Eve, and I saw my mom and my aunt and my aunt's husband and their 2 kids on Christmas. And then I've been here. I drove back Christmas night, and I barely made it over the pass. They were just about to start requiring chains. And everybody was like, no, just leave in the morning, And I was in my Prius. I took my Prius, and I was like, no, I've got to go tonight. I've got to leave tonight. And so I bounced out, and luckily I did, because it was just starting to snow bad, and there was, they may or may not have had a pullover section where they were seeing if people had chains, and then they may or may not have told me to turn around and go get chains, but I knew everything was closed, so I just took the exit. I may or may not have took the exit and then just pulled right back onto the highway. There was no snow on the ground. It was like 40 degrees outside still, so it wasn't. I'm not going to drive if it's unsafe, right? If there was snow on the ground and it was freezing, and I'm going slow, there's no one on the road. Maybe it was not the safest thing for me to do, technically speaking, but I'm not going to speed through the sleet and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, luckily I left when I did, or I would have been stuck because everything was closed because it was Christmas. So I would have been stuck at that Walmart parking lot for like I don't know, another 7 hours or something. Even like gas stations and everything was closed, crazy. But so I've been here. Today is the 3rd, right? Yeah, today's Sunday the 3rd. This is going to go out on Monday. And yeah, it's crazy. It feels good. It feels really good. The new year feels good. I'm not even making any posts about my New Year's resolutions and stuff because they're just in my head, and I feel like I've got a good momentum and directory right now. I spent like the day before, 2 days before New Year, getting this room ready to lay the flooring down, and then I was gonna go make beats with a homie, with my buddy Patches and Eugene on New Year's, and I was like, you know what? And then he ended up doing the same thing. We both just stayed home. He stayed at his house, but I stayed here, and we both just organized our offices and studios. And I was like working, and I was like, oh man, it's getting close to midnight. And then all of a sudden I heard fireworks, and I was like, oh, it's probably midnight. And so I pulled out the phone and looked, and I was like, yeah, it's New Year. And I don't know, it felt good to just work through the New Year and to not like, on the last podcast I said it's fun to go out and do stuff on New Year, but it felt good to just work and to clean and to have stuff. Like, it feels so good now to, I just can't even explain how clear-headed I feel right now. It's crazy. I had a few days of like not having to worry about orders and stuff from, 1 second, hold on. Actually, no, I have the mic. It doesn't even matter. My acoustic is reverberating some noise, but it doesn't even matter because I have the mic. And the mic probably isn't even picking it up. I had a few days getting back into it. It's gonna bother me. I'm just gonna fix it. A rat. Okay, so yeah, I had a few days of like a few days of chill after, right when I got back, because everything was cleared out, and I had a couple days to just relax. And I was like, you know what? Why am I just sitting here? I was looking at like little things. Like when I first walked into my house, there was a bit of carpet left. There was a little bit of carpet that I just hadn't spent the 2 hours of time to pull it out and to clean up the ground and to lay down laminate. It's crazy how when you have things to do, you don't even, these little things that stick out, you just stop thinking about them, right? They're like not in your mind as much. And that's how I felt about like this room had all just like stuff in it, random stuff from moving last year, and there was the carpet still, and then even like a bit of my kitchen, the flooring wasn't done, and the entrance to my house, there was just all these little things that needed to be done. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make the space comfortable. Like, I want the whole space to be comfortable. And so it was a crazy few days, but it feels clear now. It's clean, and it's crazy. Yeah, I may or may not have took a little tiny microdose of some mushrooms, a little like 1/10 of a gram, which I haven't done that in over a year. And then before that, it was like 5 or 6 years. But so I don't really do it often. It just felt, the orders were all out, and I had this feeling, yeah. And I took it right before I went to bed too. It's not like I'm trying to get high or anything. I'm trying to party. So I just took it right before I went to sleep, and then I woke up and started cleaning, started organizing. And I'm not saying that's what you should or shouldn't do. Yeah, that's how it happened. It's just the reality of what happened. Is I woke up and that's all these things were sticking out, and I was like, why have I just been looking at this carpet that I don't want here? Why have I just been looking at these things this whole time? And then now I'm on this like fixing up my house kick, right? I want to fix up this house. I want to honestly, I want to flip the house. I want to sell the house. I want to flip the house eventually. In a couple years, I want to remodel the bathroom and remodel the kitchen and have some people fix the yard, and I want to flip the house, and then I want to buy a little chunk of property outside of Eugene, and I want to build my own house. I want to actually do it myself, because that's how, I mean, I'm not a professional, right? But if you do something yourself, or if you kind of have a hands-on experience with doing something like that, it seems like you're going to be more satisfied with the work that's done, right? So I've lived in this house for a year, and there's stuff that I noticed, like with the cabinets. I posted a thing to my story. There's like a divot that they cut out of the wood so that the hinge of the door would fit in it, but then the doors are unlevel. So if they just would have leveled the door, they wouldn't have had to cut into the wood. It's just these little things where it's not too much of an issue, but it's like, why? I wouldn't have done that. So why? Little things, right? And it's like the quality of paint that you would use on the trim. It's like, why would you? I don't. Little things, right? So it's like make the house as comfortable as I can make it more and more comfortable, right? It's like already it's like 5 times better, it seems like. But so the goal is to make the house as comfortable as possible and then sell it and then build my own exactly, because it's pretty much exactly what I want, but there's just little things where it's like I wouldn't have done it that way, or little things. So the goal is to like optimize the space, make it more efficient, and make it remodel it. Basically, remodel everything. I put new floor in the whole thing. It has a new roof. I'm gonna do the bathroom. I'm gonna remodel the bathroom. I'm gonna remodel the kitchen. There's like, we make a joke that the people who built this house really wanted it to look like a trailer. Even it's not. It's like a house, but there's like the paneling stuff, like the fake paneling, fake like wood grain paneling on the walls in this middle bedroom. And it's not horrible to look at, but it's like it's interesting how what was like hip or cool at a certain time. This house was built in the late 70s, so I'm sure when they put the paneling in was either in the late 70s or in the 80s, maybe the 90s. I don't exactly know when, but it's interesting how at certain points in time stuff is cool, stuff is hip, and then it goes out of style. Like I bet you in 20 years, laminate flooring, people are gonna be like, "Oh, you put laminate." It's like the fake, not like kitchen laminate, but like the fake wood laminates. They look like wood, but it's not. It feels like wood, but it's just tongue and groove laminate flooring. Like, I bet I've thought about that. I'm like, I wonder if in 20 years people are gonna look at this like it's cheesy. Who knows? It's just interesting. So yeah, that's the goal, is to fix up. I'm on this cleaning it kick now, so I want to just fix everything. I want to remodel the whole house and flip it, and then move back closer to Eugene. Maybe, I think that's what I've been thinking right now. Not like I'm itching to bounce out like super quick. It's probably not gonna be for a few years, honestly. Yeah, I'm ready for. I kind of skipped over this with 2021. Nothing's gonna change. I honestly don't think. People are. I'm not gonna talk about it too much, COVID and vaccines and stuff, but it doesn't seem like anything's gonna change anytime soon. I know that I'm not gonna go to an indoor concert anytime soon. I have no desire to go to an indoor anything or even be around a big group of people. Right? If there's festivals and stuff, I might go to them. If like, I'm not even sure. It's like people are giving themselves a false sense of security and hope by being like, oh, in 12 weeks, everything's just going to be better. And it's like, I don't think so. So I'm kind of just prepared for this just to be, it's kind of depressing if you let it be depressing. But I'm just kind of prepared for this just to be the normal now. And I feel like with virtual reality, I know it's a big jump, with virtual reality becoming more real feeling and more obtainable and financially obtainable for people, and things like DoorDash and these virtual shopping and curbside pickup are a thing, it's all going to slowly merge. It's very convenient, right? It's like very convenient that there's this, that COVID exists. I know this is a shitty thing to say, that it's convenient. Hear me out. It's convenient that there's this thing that's rewiring people's brains to not want to be around other people, right? I know for myself, like I get tripped out if someone stands too close to me in line. That's just how, maybe I've always been a little bit socially weird, but now it's like, just stay away. Just stay 6 feet, right? It's like very simple. So it's like we're being trained to not want to be around people at the same time as, I don't know, maybe it's one happens because of the other, but it's like virtual reality is already becoming a thing. But as at the time where virtual reality is becoming such a normal thing and a real thing, I did VR a few weeks ago, and I was like, man, that's just what we're just already in a form of virtual reality, right? It's just a very advanced version. And if we can take a video of something, it's just a matter, if we can take a video of something that looks high def video looks better than real life. That's what people trip out about, like HD TVs. They're like, oh, it looks better than real life. So eventually it's just gonna get better and better and better. And then the virtual reality is gonna be, you're not gonna be able to tell the difference between actual reality and the virtual reality, which it's just that loop of like, are we in the reality? Are we already in a virtual reality that's just creating another virtual reality? I'm just gonna keep ranting. And then if it's like, how many layers, if that is the end like goal or whatever, is to create virtual reality to a point that it's indistinguishable from actual reality, well, then at what point does the virtual reality be able to create another virtual reality? And how deep does it go before the fragments of reality just burst, right? Boom. Deep little rant. As you can tell, I haven't talked to anybody in quite a long time. And I might be a little bit high on caffeine right now. Back to the point. If they came out with a thing and it was like Apple VR, and they're like, this is the new standard. If you want to, say there was like you had to get this. I don't want to get too much into it. I should probably stray away from it. But I just feel like it's going to get to the point where they're going to be like, do you want to go to the store where there's a bunch of people, or do you just want to put on this headset and walk through the store, which you can't. If you know it's different, you're going to be able to tell the difference. And probably at first you're going to be able to tell the difference, but with time, it's going to be like, you actually can't tell the difference. And this is actually more convenient because, like, I went to the store today and it feels like people. I just like to make a joke out of it, but it's like, if someone knows you want to look at something, they will start looking at it, right? So I'll do like decoy stuff. I'll be like, I need chicken. So I'll pretend to look at the sausage so that other people are like like they start going towards the sausage, and then I'll veer and go get some chicken real quick and bounce out. It's like tricking your reality. So if they're like, would you rather go to the grocery store and get, because I know that I get frustrated. If I'm going to go to the grocery store, especially like on a Sunday today, probably the worst decision I could have made was going to the store. They're like, do you want to, it can even be a subscription package, right? It's like $20 a month. We provide you with the VR headset, and then you're able to get everything delivered to you that you would want. It's like free delivery service for a flat fee every month. Basically Amazon Prime, but with everyday shopping stuff in town. Amazon, if you're listening, I mean, you're already taking over. You might as well. This is it. I'm coming out, giving you the ideas, unless you probably already have a whole crew designing this. But basically, make the VR shopping experience easier and better than the actual shopping experience, and then people won't want to go outside, right? Why would you want to go to the grocery store and have to interact with people who everybody is always like, if someone's like I was just saying, I feel like I have to trick people to look certain so that I can get the thing that I want, right? It's like shopping, being around people, especially right now, is just weird. Maybe that's just a rant that's in my own head, but yeah, make the virtual shopping experience easier and better than actual reality, and people won't want to do it, right? And if you could, it's like I could either drive to town right now, and it takes me an hour, it takes me 20 minutes to get there, 20 minutes to get back, and then you're shopping for 20 minutes, right? It's a whole hour at the least process to go into town and come back. So if they had like little bots, not even bots, it can be, for the time being, it can be people working at the grocery store, which is like a delivery service. And if you're paying a monthly subscription, then it's just like Amazon Prime. How everybody pays for Amazon Prime, but some months maybe you don't order anything off Amazon, right? So they're just coming up on that $12 or whatever amount it is. So if they had a monthly subscription where it was for $25 a month, you got as many free deliveries from the grocery store as you wanted, or from whatever, these cooperating stores, right? And then some days you want to use it. So it's a fluctuation. That's how it works, right? It's like almost like insurance. Sometimes you don't use it, sometimes you do, and that's how they make money, and that's how you both come up on it, right? You can either take advantage of it by using it all the time. But anyways, they have people that you order the shit, you go in your virtual reality, headset, goggles. You go through Walmart, you get everything that you want, and then you click buy, and then it's here faster than you could go get it, right? What if it was like an instant fleet of people, and eventually it'll be self-driving. They already have self-driving delivery trucks and stuff, so eventually it'll just be a fleet of drones and shit delivering stuff to everybody, and it's guaranteed to get there faster than if you were to just go get it. That's why people do Amazon Prime already, and if you live in a big city, it gets there the same day, right? They have same day delivery. Out here, it still takes, 48 hours or whatever, but still, it's super convenient that it's like we're at this perfect crossroads between technology and then human population getting to a point of like human population can't go at the same because there's diseases and shit, right? Like COVID and shit. That stuff's just going to keep happening with time, with population growth. It's more likely to happen. And as technology goes, it's like it doesn't work if they stay like this. So they have to like go into this other plane. And that's where eventually the VR, I'm just ranting at this point. Holy moly. The VR goggles, they already have Neuralink, right? Elon Musk is already coming out with Neuralink. And Elon Musk, if you're listening, I will be the trial for Neuralink. I would love, hack my brain, dude. Put that thing in my brain and let people try to hack it, right? Let's do it. I would love to be the trial for the Neuralink. But basically, Neuralink is linking your brain with computers, right? It's a little chip that hooks up to the neurons in the back of your brain, and supposedly you can unplug it. I don't know where exactly. I'm pretty sure it's back of your brain. And then you're like wired in with, supposedly you just have, it's like another level of connection with information and people. It's like how before there was Google, you had to go to the library to get information, and now you can just Google search whatever the hell you want, but you have to sift through information. So what if you didn't have to like, someone says something and you can just, your brain just like, that's false. Like that statistic's wrong. I want it. So if, with time, like anything, right? The first cell phone was this big old block. It's like the same weight and size as what the current best VR is. And then look at cell phones now, right? You have an iPhone, the iPhone, dude. The iPhone's so small, and they have it on watch, and they're getting the glasses version. So with time, it's just, dude, I'm ranting. This is good coffee. Should be sponsored by Cafe Mom in Eugene, dude. Got me talking. Yeah, it's just a matter of time until we're just it's like, I was talking with my grandma about, I think they were talking about it on Joe Rogan about how like ants make anthills, bees make beehives. What if human instinct, like what if our goal as humans is to evolve technology to a point that we merge with it? And what if us merging with technology is what allows us to be 100% sympathetic with others, or I get confused between empathy and sympathy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if we have this processing system in our head that we don't know how to optimize. We don't know how to update it because we don't have the right. So what if you just need a little shock, right? What if it's like you just need a little jump start, so they can put this thing in your brain, plug it in, and it helps you. It's like, oh, like turns on the rest of your brain, almost like what people talk about, like with microdosing. I can firsthand explain that. I don't know if it's in your own head, if it's a, what is the word? Placebo effect, but it's been explained like a thin layer of snow being, a new layer of snow being put over the old tracks that you keep driving through, and then the new layer of snow allows you to see a more efficient path to get down the hill to get to where you're going, and you don't necessarily need to take all these swerves just because they've been there forever. Just because it's the more comfortable thing to go through all these swerves, sometimes you just need the new layer of snow put over so you can create the new track, right? And what if that is what, because with psychedelics and medication or anything that is supposed to help people with their, supposed to help their brains, it's supposed to help you optimize how your brain functions, right? To some extent, your brain and your body, right? That's why people take medication, because they want to fix or optimize parts of their mind and body, right? Pretty sure. It makes a little bit of sense. So what if instead they could develop a technology, which they have Neuralink, they're coming out with Neuralink. So what if there was a a program in the Neuralink that was like checking for viruses. You plug in this thing and it scans your mind to see if there's any sort of like negative like triggers, right? What if it's able to scan your brain to see for these light up points where it's like, oh, when you see the color yellow, you get embarrassed because it reminds you of your middle school talent shows, school colors, or whatever it is. It could be anything, right? And then it's just able to go in there, figure out. I don't exactly know how, because I don't know how computers work, but it seems like if they're able to link a computer with your brain, then they would be able to scan your brain for viruses, theoretically. I didn't mean to get so deep on reality and stuff, but I've just been thinking so much about, yeah, I'll do the test trials. If they need human test trials for Neuralink, I'll do it. I will. Straight up. Okay, that was 2021. Here we go. I'm in it. I'm going full force. New studio, new mic, new light. 80 gigs open on my phone. I got the terabyte of iCloud space or whatever. New studio. Strong coffee. CBD. We're on this, dude. We're going. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of stuff written down. It's like a muscle's atrophying, right? It's like when a muscle atrophies, right? If you break your bone, you get a cast put on. You break your wrist, and so they put you in a full-length cast sometimes. And then you can't move your elbow. Your wrist heals, and then when you get out of it, your elbow's all jacked. So you have to work the elbow, you have to work the muscles out. And what if certain parts of our mind and our bodies have like atrophied almost? It's like the muscles of our brain have atrophied, like how our ability to connect or feel compassionate for people to some extent or relate to people. Like, what if that has kind of atrophied and we maybe just need a little bit of shock therapy in some sense? Yeah, when you aren't required to use a muscle, it'll slowly fade away, whether it's... Though this ties into this, I was thinking about how if they're all of a sudden like, oh, you don't have to wear masks outside, dentists are going to be making all sorts of money, because imagine how many people aren't taking care of their teeth right now. I know that I'm not doing the best job at oral hygiene. I mean, as I have, like, sometimes whatever. Because I live alone, and it's like, yeah, dentists are going to make hella money. Because I know, straight up, if they were like, masks aren't required anymore, I'd be like, damn, I should probably go get my teeth whitened. I should probably go to the dentist sooner. But now it's like, no one sees your teeth, dude, so it doesn't even really matter. I'll drink all the coffee I want and stain those teeth up. Which goes into, I want a dental sponsor, right? And I was thinking about it, and I think it would work if you were a dental surgeon or whatever the hell, if you had your own dentistry company. Couldn't you, if you gave someone veneers, if you knocked someone's teeth out and gave them veneers, if they were like a social media influencer, whatever you want to call it, if you were an internet person, couldn't you sponsor people? Couldn't you give them free teeth as a sponsorship? It's like when a car company gives an athlete a car or gives them a whatever deal. Couldn't you have a dental sponsor? Because my teeth are fine for everyday use, but if I want to start doing public speaking and stuff to that extent, I should probably have some new teeth, right? My teeth are fine in the condition that they're at, but wouldn't it be maybe I should talk with a tax expert about this, but wouldn't it be a tax write-off if a dentistry were to give me some free teeth? That's my question, is if a dentistry were to give me a full new set of veneers, brand new teeth, and then like they were my dentist sponsor, right? Wouldn't it be a tax write-off for them? And then couldn't you just give me the nicest stuff possible as like that's the part of the deal, is I get the nicest, most expensive teeth possible, and that would benefit both of us? I should probably talk with a tax expert about it. Yeah, I want a dentistry sponsor. I want a coffee sponsor to stain the teeth, and then I'll have the dental sponsor. Y'all could work together. Cafe Mom can give me the darkest roast possible, and they can low key. I probably should just stop right now. This is a joke. I'm doing a bit right now. The coffee sponsor could partner with the dental sponsor to stain the teeth faster to do more work, so that they have to put more. The dentistry has to put more effort into keeping my teeth white. There's your. Don't actually do that, right? That's just me making a bit. It's me making a joke about. Probably shouldn't joke about tax law. Nah, the IRS is my homeboys, dude. I'm happy to pay the IRS money. No, they're the homeboys, dude. IRS is the homeboys. Don't lie to the IRS. It's as simple. It's pretty damn simple. Don't lie to the IRS, and that's all I'm gonna say. I won't say anything else other than that. Don't lie. Don't lie to the homeboys. Straight up. Whew, got me talking. Oh yeah, y'all should. Okay, so this is a new. We're gonna start doing a giveaway in the comments every week. We're not gonna do it this week because I've just got some stuff. I want to get caught up on orders. I'm not even caught up. I just want to get some orders out. I want to exactly dial in how we're gonna do it before I do it. But we're gonna start doing a giveaway in the comments every episode, whether it's like a hat or stickers or a set of poi or whatever. You just comment, and if you comment, you are entered into the drawing for the giveaway. That's all it comes down to, is you just have to comment something, and you're entered. And then, y'all should ask questions in the comments. And then every week I'll go into the comments of the last week's video, and I'll look up the questions, and then we can I'll pick a winner and read the comments all at once, right? So it's like the Monday experience, because hopefully I'm going to keep doing this Sunday, today's Sunday, and then releasing it midnight so that you wake up Monday and it's out Monday. That's the goal. That's that's the goal. Mondays will be hopefully the regular release date, but it's the beginning, and I don't have any sponsors yet, so I don't really have to have a regular thing. But if a company wants to come in and give me some money, maybe I'll. Just kidding. It's not all about money, but doing stuff when you don't want to do it is kind of whatever. Where was I? What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, the giveaway and asking questions. Yeah, ask questions in the comments, and then we'll do a giveaway every week, and I'll go back and I'll read the questions, and we'll do the giveaway live. Not live, but we'll do it so that you wake up Monday, and then there's the giveaway, and then someone won something. Yeah. What else, man? I have a whole bunch of stuff written down. It just seems weird to just jump into random stuff. What can we talk about? Oh, I was thinking about how I was talking to my homie Patches about. We're talking about Bitcoin a lot, and he's talking about Bitcoin a million times, but I feel like I'm hearing him, and then some of it with anything, right? It could be anything that someone is into that they want to talk to you about. If you aren't 100% committed to listening, you aren't going to hear it, right? So it's almost like people don't even care what other people have to say. Not even necessarily they don't care what they have to say, but you don't fully hear what someone is saying until you actually give a shit entirely about the topic, right? An example being, I have my homie Jake, who I've known since we were in 4th grade, since I was 8. Hella crazy. He, for years, told me about the Muffs, the band The Muffs, and he kept being like, dude, listen to the Muffs. Listen to the Muffs. He'd send me links, listen to the Muffs. And I just didn't. I was like, yeah, whatever, man. I'm picky about my music and stuff, whatever. And then finally one day, what he did, I was over his house, and he just put on the Muffs. And I was like, what? Who is this? And he's like, dude, this is the Muffs. This is the band that I've been telling you about for the last years or whatever, however much time went by. And so sometimes you just have to put it right in front of someone's face, I guess, to make them listen to what you're saying fully, or let them find it out on their own. Sometimes you just have to let people figure stuff out on their own, and then when they finally Like, I started kind of thinking about Bitcoin, and I asked my buddy Patches some stuff about Bitcoin, and it's just funny how, like, yeah, he's probably said that stuff to me fucking a bunch of times. You don't fully grasp what people are telling you until you have like a reason to. Like, maybe that's not the right word. It's like if I told you, I can't even think. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people just don't listen if it's not like fully, if they don't need to. People need to find stuff out on their own is really what it comes down to a lot of the time. People like to figure stuff out for themselves, which is okay. That's totally fine. Oh man, what else? I feel like we've been going for 35 minutes. I kind of want to. There's got to be something else happened. I know something else happened. I'm kind of just blanking. Oh, I was thinking about tips I would give myself, like for if I got to redo 2020 over again, and with one bit of new information, it would be. So the two things I'm kind of going into 2021 with are, you can't please everybody, right? People are always going to disagree with you. No matter what your opinion is on anything, people are going to disagree. Even if they don't disagree, they'll disagree. People will disagree just for the sake of disagreeing, right? People who are in speech and debate, you know who you are. You just want to discuss, right? You want to debate and speak, which... So yeah, you can't please it. Sorry, a little bit. You could tell it's a little bit of deep down rooted issues there that I should probably deal with. But yeah, you can't please everybody and treat everybody like they're about to freak out on mushrooms. Straight up. Treat everybody on the internet like they took way too many mushrooms and they're about to freak out, right? Just be like, everybody, or social media, I should say. If someone's using social media, if someone's actively posting about something on social media, you have to be very sensitive. You have to be sensitive. People are sensitive right now. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm just trying to make light of it, make a joke of it. But people are sensitive, especially right now. And we're in this transitional period between... I think we're going to look back at this time in 10 years and be like a little bit embarrassed at this point in our growth as humans, if that makes sense, right? We're gonna it's like how we look back 20 years ago at like comedy or things people said and the way people spoke, and we're like, oh my god, like I can't believe people used to use these references, or anything, the way that things are in movies or style and anything, really. It comes down to anything. I think we're going to look back at this time and everyone is going to feel... I don't know how I got on this. I think everyone's going to feel a little bit silly. But I don't know. I understand why people are so sensitive, right? Everyone is cooped up. No one knows what's happening. People are just being told what to do, what you can and can't do, and it's frustrating. It's annoying when people tell you what you can and can't do. So... people are sensitive, and you can't please everybody, and especially because people, I'm not just saying others, right, including myself, people are triggered by things. People have issues, whether it be from their childhood or whatever it may be, and these things, if you bring up certain things to people, like... mine's school. Clearly you saw it when I brought up speech and debate kids in school. That shit, school triggers me, right? I still think about the only things that still piss me off thinking about it, like, were teachers that were mean to me and my fucking probation officer that I had when I was a kid. When I was like 14, I got put on probation for stealing stuff from the grocery store. Those are the two, like, I think about a couple teachers. My 6th and 7th grade math teacher. It's crazy how it just sticks with you. I'm still trying to work it out. And then the school, like the dean of students or whatever for the high school that I went to, those ones, it's like, and I still remember them. I'm not going to put them on blast because someone will probably find them, but I still look them up. I still try to find them. And so I can just talk shit to them, and I can't. It's probably better. And same with my probation officer. You know what? If she's watching, I fucking tricked you. I lied to you so much, and I had you convinced. You got tricked by a child, by a 14-year-old child. You got tricked. That's what I have to say. If for some reason down the line, my probation officer from Yamhill County Juvenile Department was watching this, bitch, you got tricked. And I don't mean that in any sort of... Ooh. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like people are triggered by stuff. So you just got to watch me get triggered by just mentioning my childhood and authority figure. That's what it is, authority figure. People don't like being told what to do. And we're in this time where our whole existence is being told what you can and can't do. And so people are extra sensitive right now. That's my point right there. You can hopefully understand how being told what to do is frustrating for people. Side story. When I was a kid, I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. The Yamhill County Juvenile Department, they actually some kids sued them for, Yamhill County Juvenile Department got sued when I was in 7th grade because 2 kids went to juvie and they got strip searched, like, excessive strip searches, like, but I don't exactly know. It was like at least once a day, right? They were strip searching these kids. Not like, it's like jail strip searches, not cavity searches, but like squat and cough type, cough louder. It's like very weird stuff, right? So they got sued. And when I went to juvie when I was like 14 I got caught stealing from the grocery store. And then the day that I was supposed to go to court to sign the paperwork to be put on probation, I didn't go to court. I don't remember if I just didn't go or if I forgot. Honestly, I was probably just said fuck it and didn't go. But I had called right after, like the next day. It was on a Friday. I'm pretty damn sure it was on a Friday. And I called. It was supposed to be that morning, and I called, and they were like, "Oh no, there's a warrant out for your arrest. Like, you have an active warrant, and you can either turn yourself in or you can." Hopefully, this is still recording. I don't want this to get cut off while in the middle of this conversation. Okay, we're still going. They were like, "You can either turn yourself in." Through real quick. Okay, so they're like, yeah, they're like, either you can, because you missed the court date. This is when I was 14. They're like, you missed the court date. You can either turn yourself in, or you'll just get caught walking around on the warrant. So I turned myself in. I directly got off the phone, got super fucking stoned, smoked 100 cigarettes or whatever, got super fucking high on weed, and went to juvie. Turned myself in, dude. And then they were like, yeah, you're just gonna be here for like 3 days. You're gonna go to court over the phone, and then you're gonna have a chance to talk, and then they're gonna let you out. Because I turned myself in, like moments, hours, probably an hour after I found out I had a warrant, probably 3 hours after the court date, I went to juvie. And I went to juvie over the phone. They put me in the cell, 72-hour lockdown when you first get there. They put me in the cell, and then I went to court over the phone, and they were like, yep, you're going to be there for 9 more days. Yeah, 9 more days. And I was like, there's nothing, I don't have any chance to talk. And they're like, nope, you're there for 9 more days. They hung up the phone, and so my mom was in the courtroom when it was all happening. There was my probation officer, my soon-to-be probation officer, the judge, and my mom, my mother were in there. And they were like, yeah, he's going to be locked up for another 9 days because he's a flight risk. And my mom was like, what do you mean he's a flight risk? And they told her that they found me walking around with a warrant, which was a complete fabricated lie. It was just a lie. It was a made-up lie. They lied. The judge and my probation officer lied to my mom in court. And then I was there for 9 more days. It's on. There's probably still footage and documentation of me turning myself in. So that's just a little... I don't know how I got on that. It's just authority figure and being triggered by stuff. That's something I wanted to just talk about. But yeah, isn't it crazy how they can just like... That's why people grow up fucked up, dude. It's because you have to... I mean, that's not just it, but like, dude, I still think it's hard to get over that kind of shit, right? That shit is embedded in, it gets embedded in your body. Like, so that's another point is I've been trying to think of lately is like, you never know what people have gone through. You never know what people are going through. So when someone's acting like a dummy and they're tailgating you or they're speeding or they're walking backwards through the grocery store looking for the almond milk like this, where's the almond milk? Then you just never know what they're going through. You never know what they've been through or what their kids or their mother or their family is going through. So I've just been really trying to see the best in people and see the best in trying to assume the best. But once they come out with virtual shopping, where I can walk through the grocery store, I'm down with it. I don't want to. I don't know. Sometimes you don't want to socialize. Sometimes you have to consent to conversation. Sometimes you don't want to have the conversation. Sometimes I'm in the grocery store and I can feel like people are just looking. And it's like, dude, I'm not making eye contact with you for a reason. I don't want the conversation right now, right? If someone wants to have a conversation now, but maybe they do. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I should be a little bit more compassionate. Maybe that's the whole point. Is maybe I should be a little more compassionate for people, and you don't have to just please other people though. That's the thing. I feel like a lot of people are people pleasers where they feel like they have to please others. I find myself like if I can feel like someone's really, but it could just be in my own head. This is also could be super rude. If I feel like someone's staring at me, I'm like obviously looking away. I'm like say you're them, and I'm like, I like to go. It's probably really rude, but it's like some days, dude. That was probably super duper rude, but you shouldn't. Don't stare at people. Don't ever stare at someone, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, what? Are my shoes cool? What is it? Why are you? I have crazy hair and I have piercings. What am I talking about? That one time, the first time I went to Flame Festival in Georgia, or like the second time, I don't know. One of the first times I ever went over to the East Coast, where it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, relatively in the middle of nowhere. We were like a couple hours outside of Atlanta, pretty bumfuck nowhere, Georgia. That's rude. I shouldn't say that. We were in the middle of nowhere, and then we went to like a Walmart, and I was like, "What the fuck is everyone staring at? Why the fuck is everyone staring at me?" And someone was like, "Dude, you have harem pants on and big holes in your ear, and you have crazy hair, and you have piercings, and you're wearing tie-dye." They're staring. Of course, they're staring at you, and I'm like, "Oh yeah." Sometimes I forget what I look like. It's fucking stupid. It sounds so stupid to say it out loud. Sometimes I forget what I look like. It's fucking dumb, dude. It's just I don't know. So I don't know. I've just kind of been ranting, and I'm gonna have to listen to this back to make sure I'm not saying any stupid shit. But that's 48 minutes. I think that's a good episode, man. We'll not go past the hour, and I think that's good. I've still got stuff on my mind for next time, and yeah. Oh, one more thing. When you go into a store, don't keep standing in the doorway, right? It's like, that's just one thing to think about is that, like, get out of the way. If you want to get on your phone as soon as you get inside the store and look up stuff on your phone and look through your wallet, move to the side so that the rest of people in the world so that you're not just holding up people. It's like the whole left lane is the passing lane. You always leave one lane open so that so that the flow of stuff can keep going by. Just be considerate of others. That's probably what to end on is be considerate of others, whatever it is, whether if someone's being pushy or if you feel like you're being pushy, just remember that you never know what people are going through and that this is a crazy time and people are sensitive and people are quick to react right now. So if you just be sensitive and be aware of what is going on around you. Like, just be aware of the position that everyone's in. All this stuff I'm saying is just pretty much me venting to myself so that I say it out loud and I can hear myself say it. But it's like, be aware that everyone has shit going on right now. The world's fucking crazy and there's no end in sight. Whether they keep putting these dates on it, when things are going to end, just get used to where you're at. That's what I'm saying out loud for myself, is get used to what you see every day, because it's unlikely. It sounds so depressing. I don't think anything's going to change anytime soon. I don't see an end in sight for what we used to know as being normal. Like what I said at the very beginning of the podcast, if they were like, in 6 months, they're like, yeah, everything's good, everything's perfectly fine, or in 12 weeks, whatever they keep saying, and they're like, yeah, there's an indoor show at your favorite venue in Eugene, at the Wow Hall in Eugene, your favorite venue. Your favorite band is playing. I'm not going to go. Nope. No way. No way. I'm not going. No. Not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. And maybe if there was like it seems like some stuff is you get tested beforehand and then you get like the code on your phone. Like some airlines I think are doing it. Some venues in certain states are doing it. But still, it's like, I don't know. Oh, damn. Try to end this on a good note. I really want to end it on something good. Just be compassionate for people and try to appreciate, I said this before, try to appreciate where you're at and everything that you have right now. And this is also a good time to pick apart the things you don't like about yourself. Not that you don't like, but these things, these like grooves that you've carved into the snow, right? You're like, why am I doing this when there's a easier path to get to the bottom? Or maybe there's like it's a good time for self-evaluation. There we go. That's what we'll end it on. Use this time for self-evaluation and get ready for, prepare yourself mentally and maybe physically. Get ready for a time where maybe we're not so locked down anymore. Get ready for a time when things are more open and things are a little more normal. But until then, try to be, I know it's easy to say, try to be as content as you can, but try to be, this is a time where we have to learn to be content with ourselves. And if you're not content with yourself, maybe it's like start figuring out why, but it's a good time to start reanalyzing yourself and your mindset and your ways of thinking. Okay, let's end it there. I ranted a lot on that one. Yeah, we're gonna start doing giveaways. Ask questions in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, tell your friends. Let's get us some sponsors. I will take beverage sponsors, and pretty much, I mean, it has to be a good product that I'm down with. But if you're like an awesome beverage that is sugar free, and that is sugar free. Yeah, of course it is sugar free. There's a little bit of, yeah, this is just CBD LaCroix, pretty much. That's let's start a company, CBD LaCroix. But yeah, I'm down with, hit me up if you're a sponsor, if you're a company and you want me to plug your stuff, I'll put it on the table. Boom, your stuff on the table right here, and then video of me using the product. Yeah, we'll plug that in and try not to lose your minds, y'all. Stay cool. Have a good week, and subscribe and like and tell your homies, and I will see you next Monday.